So first off, before we start this video, I really want to say thank you for all the support on the last upload that I made. It really blew me away. I wasn't expecting nearly as many comments and nearly as much support as I did get, so thank you very much. And I also want to give a special shout out to my very first member. So Stefanos, I feel like you're staring into my soul with a bunch of wisdom behind those eyes there. Thank you very much for choosing to support the channel. I do appreciate it. I was on my way home from work. This actually happened about 4 hours ago, and I saw somebody fighting to get away from the police before getting slammed onto the front of the police cruiser, and I don't know what happened next. I was looking from my vehicle in the rear view mirror. If I would have paid attention anymore, I might have crashed, so I just focused on getting home. But then when I got home, I remembered that Code Blue Cam released a body cam video that I was kind of interested in watching, and a lot of people have actually already given their 2 cents and reacted to it. But the video that I'm talking about is famous YouTuber gets himself and all of his crew arrested. Now, a lot of you guys might know who this YouTuber is, and his name's JiDion. I only recently learned that he actually came up as a prankster before switching to being a predator hunter, and actually he works with the police to get a lot of these disgusting people put away, which I honestly really enjoy seeing. But the reason JiDion got arrested wasn't actually related to anything like that. It wasn't trying to catch a devilish predator. He was actually alongside xgnshadowblitzbusiness, another pretty prominent YouTuber, 2.5 million subscribers there, lots of people, lots of eyes. He ends up getting JiDion to essentially live stream himself and try and cause as much of a commotion and annoyance as possible to get this squatter to leave. This squatter, by the way, is xgnshadowblitz's uncle.
Warnings from the family. His Uncle Joe refused to leave his grandmother's house and had been squatting there for months. So he decided,
I was gonna go over there and kick his ass myself. But then I thought, wait a minute, I have a YouTube channel and it's monetized, so I can just expose him on the internet and make some money off of him.
He came up with a plan alongside JiDion to solve the problem once and for all. He moved JiDion into his grandmother's house, eventually forcing Joe to leave the property and end up at McDonald's.
So Joe here ends up leaving. Case closed? I'm kind of confused as to why things went on anymore, and I think JiDion kind of explained it in his response video as to why things went on, and I think we could all see it, but it seems to me like they got the squatter out of the house. Is that not the goal? When removing a squatter, as long as you get them out of the building, you can kind of like reclaim the building. Either way, if things ended there, I feel like we can all agree that things would have been fine. But it seems like JiDion tried to just follow Joe wherever he went. It got to a point where JiDion wasn't 100% sure where Joe was, so he kept going back to the McDonald's to the point where McDonald's wanted him and all of his crew trespassed. This starts a huge commotion outside, and this is where we really start to see some embarrassing behavior from JiDion.
The officer later learned from the restaurant manager that JiDion and his film crew had returned to the McDonald's multiple times looking for him. The manager told officers that despite being asked to leave and informed them that they could not record on McDonald's private property, they continued live streaming.
What's the problem?
McDonald's doesn't want you guys on the property, so you guys gotta leave.
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property. You guys have to leave. You're gonna.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
So they said
them,
these people?
Him, yes. You guys cannot be on the property.
Hey!
Or they're gonna arrest you.
Do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all wanna go inside real quick?
You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, you don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
do you have anything better to do?
Officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
All right, get off the property. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
Okay, we'll leave the property, but like, I'm just trying to figure out, do you have anything better to do? Because this is like a...
Yeah, they told you earlier that they don't want you guys on the property, so you guys gotta leave.
Because you've been camping out there for like 20 minutes, wasting taxpayer dollars.
I'm there for about 5. You guys need to leave. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
It's crazy how you don't arrest a squatter.
Can I just say that is crazy. I don't understand how things are in the States where that's not something that gets dealt with and or can get dealt with. Someone please explain that to me, because I'm fairly certain, even though I've never had it happen to me and I've never had to deal with it, I'm fairly certain in Canada, if you call the police because someone's trying to take over your home, the police show up and they take that guy because that's your home. I think that that's how that works.
JiDion is seen standing on the sidewalk yelling, creating a disturbance, and stopping vehicles attempting to enter McDonald's to patronize the business. At the same time, officers noticed 2 members of the film crew attempting to enter the restaurant with their cameras, prompting them to make their move.
Let's see if there's some McJoes in there.
We gotta arrest Joe.
Chat, man, is this what you want your tax dollars to go to? Cops camping out at a McDonald's to protect a squatter. He's in there? Really?
This is the point where I really do think that JiDion fucks up. I don't know if it's the fact that he's live streaming and he really does want to try and create the most engaging stream that he can. But he gets one of his viewers which shows up because he's live streaming and they all know kind of where he is. People start showing up and he gets one of these people to come on over, put on a backpack, and he essentially sends him in like he's about to defuse a bomb, but instead he's trying to grab a picture of Joe.
Should we give them the camera? Yo, do me a favor, Be very careful. Just wear this as a backpack. You didn't trespass them, so shut the f up! Bro, you haven't been trespassed.
We're good. What am I?
Just walk inside.
Just to get in my video?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But make sure y'all stick together.
Isn't that backpack like 30 grand?
Yeah. They have not. Yeah, hold up. Wait. Actually, come back. Bro, they're really protecting Joe. Officer, what are you doing? Officer, never trespass them. You can't trespass somebody.
1212 dispatch. We're gonna have one detained at this point.
Officer, you cannot trespass somebody.
See you going too, Mitchell?
Here, give me my backpack, my man. Bro,
I guess. Put your stuff down.
officer, you can't trespass somebody.
You're under arrest.
Here, record this on your phone.
That's serious, bro.
This is a violation of rights. This is a violation. You cannot arrest somebody that never went inside and was never trespassed. Ma'am, they are arrested children that never went inside of a McDonald's. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped, you dumbasses.
Okay.
Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped.
Taking these 3?
Watch. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped.
He's yelling, so he's being disorderly. Yeah, everybody's looking.
Well, they say, yeah, we gotta get charged with it.
This is absolutely.
What are you arrested for? Disorderly person. You're out here yelling.
Disorderly. You're under arrest for being disorderly.
JiDion ends up yelling his way into cuffs, and I couldn't really see it going any other way. He was really riled up, and I'm taking this from a point of view of someone who has done a lot of good, right? This guy has done a lot of good, but it doesn't mean that you get to act the way that he's about to act. He starts pulling out some of those really gross tropes that you see when like YouTubers get arrested.
You're arrested. This is.
Here, back here.
No! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer! Call Jake and get my lawyer! Is this really the route you want to go, officer?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to waste taxpayer dollars?
Yep.
Officer,
You don't know about
officer, freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk.
sitting here causing a scene.
On the sidewalk.
Yep.
So you can't yell? Officer.
Anything I need to know about?
Officer, how fast do you think this is going to get dropped? Do you really think the charge is going to stick? Do you guys really think this is going to stick?
Sure, we have a
Do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested. This is...
Here, back here.
No! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer. Call Jake and get my lawyer. Is this really the route you want to go, officer?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to waste taxpayer dollars?
So not only did JiDion get himself arrested, he managed to get a member of his community, a member that looks up to him, arrested, and he also managed to get 2 of his crew members arrested. I don't know if that's all of his crew, but those 2 crew members got arrested.
Is there a body camera in here?
Yes, sir. It's on. It's recording right now.
All this to protect. Hey, you know when I get out, we're just going right back to the house. You know that, right? So you guys aren't accomplishing anything. You're wasting taxpayer dollars. I'd appreciate if you get my glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah, where are they?
They fell in the bag.
Yeah, I'll grab them.
It was not on my bingo card to file a civil rights lawsuit.
I get
Here
it.
we are.
I get it.
Yo, what's good, my man? Don't worry, I'll pay for your bond. It's not gonna stick.
So it seems like he's reunited with his fan, and don't you worry, he's going to pay for the bond and this isn't going to stick. But it does seem like JiDion ended up getting a misdemeanor charge of stalking and breaching the peace, as well as the other crew members also ended up getting one charge of breaching of peace. While he was in the jail too, apparently his fans overflowed the police station with calls, fake reports. There was even apparently a homicide report, which just, guys, never do that. Anyone who watches my videos or anything, just please never do that. It doesn't seem productive whatsoever. And at the end of the day, even if you agree with the police or don't, wasting the resources that are there doesn't seem like a good way to go about things. But JiDion ended up also making a response. His video that he put out called I Quit. He made this about 12 hours ago. I am going to show you a couple clips from his video. And even though it's called I Quit, he's not really quitting content altogether. He's just quitting streaming because he says that that was kind of the reason why things went as badly as they did. Now, if you're going to watch his I Quit video yourself, I highly suggest you do it on a night that you want some drinks, maybe, because if you play the game where every time he says the word genuinely, you take a shot, you won't remember watching the video.
Reaction to it, kind of like, oh no, this wasn't right. This is how it happened, da 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 da. But genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just inward reflection, and I've been talking to my fiance a lot, and I just kind of came to realize, what I was doing wrong, and I also came to realize that truly your boy was spiraling. I was genuinely losing the plot. And I have to say, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, The whole situation humbled me. And the reason why I titled the video what I titled it is because I'm never going to stream again. Genuinely, I love streaming, but it's just too much bad comes with it. And I don't know how to control myself. And so the best way to control myself is to distance myself. And Woodhaven Police Department, after all this legal stuff is all situated, I would love to do something with you guys and work with your guys' department and potentially help better your guys' community. But, we'll cross that bridge when we cross it.
It was essentially just a 12-minute apology video with a lot of genuinelys. It got a little bit hard to watch because of how overused the word was. I'm not even lying. If you do play that game, knackered, completely gone. You will not remember watching that video and probably won't even remember watching this video if you do this right after. That's pretty much it though. I still think JiDion is a alright dude, because of the amount of terrible people that got put away. That doesn't mean that he's above the law though and gets to act the way that he did while he was getting arrested and then put people that look up to him in harm's way as well. Even if it's not technically in harm's way, now that kid has a record and maybe he didn't before, and that's something that will affect them. It's sad to see. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next time.